Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new year. Are you excited? I know I'm excited. Anyway, you're probably wondering why the title of this video says Canada's big racism problem. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh wow Zach, you've done a complete 180 from your last few videos. And no, I have not. You see, a few days ago, a story came out of Canada where an 11-year-old girl who was a member of the Faith of Islam claimed that a man attacked her with scissors in order to cut her hijab. Now, I see a story like that, and it just makes my blood boil. You know, this kind of stuff, this kind of garbage, it's unacceptable, and we need to take action to stop all the Weird Al posers running around Canada trying to cut people's hijabs. And I realize that only about half the people listening to this video will understand that joke, but still, I think it's a relevant point to make. I mean, honestly, you had the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, come out in support of this little girl, saying that incidents like this will not be tolerated in Canada. But it looked like the whole thing was fake. So police came out this morning with the conclusion that this attack on this 11-year-old girl was a complete hoax, that she and her family had faked the whole thing. So, did Mr. Fancy Pants Justin Trudeau issue a retraction? Let us see. Well, no, it turns out he said, well, Canadians are pretty racist, so it isn't that shocking of a story. So this was his statement. We have seen an unfortunate pattern of hate crimes in the past months directed toward religious minorities, particularly women, and we are thankful and relieved that this incident did not take place. Well, that's just a brilliant remark there by Prime Minister of Canada, basically saying, I wouldn't be surprised if this was true, so, meh. I'm glad it didn't happen, but, it's happening everywhere else. So, I mean, Canada's pretty freaking racist, bro. So, this video is addressed to you Canadians, you dirty, racist, filthy Canadians. You need to stop being so racist and xenophobic, which is literally the description given to a category pertaining to the highest number of hate crimes by bias or motivation based off the stats on hatecrime.osce.org/Canada. However, when you click the next tab and go to type of crime, 519 of these hate crimes are listed as unspecified. Now, I'm gonna do a little thought experiment here. I'm just gonna do a little thought experiment. What percent of all crime would be listed as a hate crime in Canada? Now remember, this is around 1,400 total crimes for the year of 2016. How much of a percent is that to the total overall amount of crime in Canada? Well, I'll give you a little hint. It's less than 1%. And not only less than 1%, it's less than 0.1%. Statistically insignificant is the amount of hate crime in Canada. But, Justin Trudeau, listen, this kind of stuff is happening all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if this story were true. Now, I'm glad it didn't happen. But this is not a necessarily surprising circumstance. To the people of Canada, this is your Prime Minister speaking. Okay. Now, my second point would be to make about these crime statistics is 519 of these hate crimes are listed as unspecified in terms of the type of crime that was committed. Now, I don't know if this is just laziness by Canadian law enforcement or what, but the way to characterize a crime is pretty clear based on the other listed categories. You have physical assault. You have disturbance of the peace, which I don't know how that would be considered a hate crime. I don't know how a disturbance of the peace could be considered a hate crime. But anyway, I digress. Vandalism or threats and threatening behavior. But the largest number of reported hate crimes is unspecified. Now, let's say that this unspecified number is legitimate. That's 519. Now, I'm going to say that it's legitimate, but in my personal opinion, I think that it's garbage, okay? I just don't understand how that works. How you have 519 unspecified crimes. Meanwhile, you have 214 physical assault, 50 disturbance of the peace, 309 vandalism, 161 of threats or threatening behavior. Now, if you want to move all those to threats and threatening behavior, because if you could say like, well, this one person made a terrible remark about, because I know freedom of speech is not really a thing over in Canada. This person made a terrible remark about a Muslim. This person made a terrible remark about a Jew. Now, if you would say that, I'd characterize that as threats or threatening behavior, not as unspecified. Unspecified leaves so much room for garbage. Like, now, I don't think that making a bad remark about a certain people group is necessarily a crime. Then again, I don't live in Canada, so I don't know their laws. I don't know their statutes. I know that in the United States, doing that is not a crime. Threats and threatening behavior is a crime. Vandalism is a crime. Disturbance of the peace is a crime. Physical assault is a crime. I don't even know what unspecified means. Unspecified could be a joke. What did have you heard that one about the rabbi, the imam, and the what is it? I forget the joke. Well, that fell flat. Anyway, Canada, you need to get your shit together. This is I wanted to see, the reason I went on this site in the first place was to check and see whether what Justin Trudeau was saying is true about an increase in number. And from 2015, there's been an increase every year from 2013 to 2016. Now, you can say that's because people are becoming more racist, or you can say that's because there's becoming different definitions of hate crime and different definitions of what a crime is in Canada and even in the United States. But you see this large drop-off from 2012 to 2013, and I don't know where it comes from. It went from around 1,400 in 2012 to around 1,100 in 2013. Then it goes to 1,200 in 2014, goes to 1,300 in 2015, and then it's back up to 1,400 in 2016. Now, that's not a huge increase over the span of 4 years. And if you look at a 5-year period, there's been an actual decrease. Now, the decrease happened really sharp and then kind of elevated, but it's still a decrease from 2012 to 2016. So, has there been an increase in the past months? Possibly. Oh, okay. Okay, so I didn't see this till now. But in the description of hate crimes reported by police, I was just looking at the numbers, but it says the breakdown excludes 68 crimes of public incitement to hatred and advocating genocide, which fall outside the OSCE's definition of hate crime, which were also reported. Now, I have a question. Because I watched the stream on Andy Worski's channel with Sargon of Akkad and Millennial Woes and Richard Spencer and Styx. I watched that. It was a good stream. I encourage you to go watch it. But for instance, Sargon in the live stream says that well, I think it was Millennial Woes asked well, what do you want the white race to die out? Is that what you want? Do you want to genocide the white race? And then Sargon says, and what if I did? Yeah, all the white people gone, all of them tomorrow. Would that be considered an advocating for genocide? Because he said it as a joke. I'm just curious. I don't know how Canadian law works. If someone could inform me, that would be awesome. So, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. It's already 12 right now, so I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. I will be probably uploading another video next week at the same time. Be sure to check us out on I actually can't even say our website's name. Anyway, links in the description for our website. There's articles being posted daily, so check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video.